Another thing that I'm pretty sure Zesco is aware of is the concerns from the public as far as the following of these schedules is concerned. Sometimes power cuts before it's supposed to. Sometimes it cuts before, after an hour or so before, when it's supposed to. And this obviously causes some concern and uncertainty as far as planning for individuals who are operating businesses or even just the residents. Is there anything that's being done with regards to following the schedule? But more importantly, how is it that the schedule is sometimes not followed by Zesco?
Yeah, thanks very much. We are indeed aware of the concerns you've talked about in terms of delayed power off or delayed power on that is going on in some parts of the country. So these discrepancies could be for a number of reasons, some of which could be unforeseen technical challenges or sometimes emergency works. We'll talk of emergency works in terms of when power goes off. You'll find that some unscrupulous people decide to vandalize and steal some Zesco infrastructure. By the time we want to turn off, only to find that we need to replace maybe a transformer, we need to replace some cables, or we need to repair a transformer or some cables. So this could cause a delay. So as Zesco, we are working diligently to improve schedule adherence and ensure that the public gets to know about these changes when they happen. So considering that this activity is happening nationwide, in some areas you may find delayed communication, but we do our best to ensure that people get to know what is happening. So when we have technical challenges, we can only know of a problem once we try to restore power in that particular area. So sometimes there is grid instability. So this, when we talk of grid instability, it means the grid is not stable in terms of electricity. So load shedding itself is a controlled method to prevent total collapse by reducing the load on the grid in a particular area. But grid instability would look at maybe sudden changes in demand. You look, for example, if a large area comes back online after a load shedding period, the sudden increase in demand can stress the grid. And with the way electricity infrastructure is designed, is that when the demand is too much, it has to protect itself. So it may go off. We have instances where power has come for a few minutes and then it has gone out again. This could be an issue of maybe sudden changes in demand. So even with load shedding, unexpected fluctuations in electricity demand would create grid instability. And then you look at also the aspect of we have low water. So meaning at the moment generation is very much incapacitated. So you find that in trying to create a balance between supply and demand, this would also create instability. So the process requires that we turn on power when it is stable, and we try as much as possible to ensure that it is done within the stipulated time, the 4 hours. So this is where we urge our customers not to turn on everything and create unnecessarily huge demand right when we switch on power, because this will create more problems. But we are working on finding better solutions and seeing how this can be averted and also reduce the timeframes in terms of delayed restoration or power off.